All right, we got a fun one today. We're doing another catch up because we've both been on vacation the last couple weeks, so we wanted to just catch up, see what's going on in each other's lives, and also today is a very special episode. It is episode 52, 1 year of podcasts.
52. That's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah, that hit me today. I was like, damn, it's been a whole year. That blew by super quick for me, at least.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, I don't think I quite like get like 52. Like, oh yeah, that's a big number. That's a lot of episodes. I know obviously a lot of people have done way more, but I mean, yeah, that's a big number. We've been doing this for a while now. I don't know. I don't think we can call ourselves pros yet, right? But
I don't think we've reached that yet for sure.
yeah, no, I mean, our goal was to reach as many people as possible and hopefully help as many people out as we can. So hopefully we've been able to do that and people have enjoyed listening to us. And hopefully they'll enjoy listening to our travel adventures. And of course, we'll tie it into our health journeys as well. But laid back, hopefully it's enjoyable and we'll have a fun episode for sure.
Yeah. So tell us about your trip first of all. How was it? Beach time, weather, all the things.
Well, beach time is always great time for me. I love the beach. You know how much I love it. So it's just every time I go to a beach, it doesn't matter where it is, I'm just at peace and feel so just, I just feel like I belong there, you know? Like it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm home, type of thing. So that in the gym, the beach in the gym. If I can have a gym on the beach, then I'm like, I don't need to
Yo,
go anywhere else.
that's the dream. I always say like my dream home is gonna be like on the water, home gym out there with like overlooking the beach and everything. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. I've seen some amazing homes where it just like opens up to the ocean and man, if I could have that and like you said, like weight room on the side there, that'd be amazing. I
Yeah.
think it's one of those things. There's a lot of things that we say like if we had this, it'd be better. And then like we have it and they're like, well, it's we kind of get over it type of thing. But I think that's something like I would never ever get over. Like every
Mhm.
day would just be something different, unique, and special. And so I don't know. I think I need to test it out.
I think so too. I think we should put that theory to the test.
Yes, yes, that'd be a fun theory to test for sure.
No, I do feel the
So
same way though, because I've like the beach, like it never gets old for me at least. I feel like we're the same in that sense. Is like I feel like there's like beach people, mountain people, but like beach never gets old. And that's even when I got home from my trip, it's like I love coming home. I never want to leave in the first place. So I think finding something like that where and like eventually making it a full time thing can be it's just life changing.
yeah, I think it really can. I can't even explain it. I get down there and I walk on the beach. It's just like it's just a whole another feeling. I'm just like, oh, this is just amazing. And just soak it in. And even like when I leave, like I have to get like one more glimpse. Like I walk out
Right?
on the deck and I look at it. I'm like, all right, man, I'll be back soon, type of thing.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that.
Yes, it's just so awesome and special to me.
Yeah. So what'd you guys do while you were there?
Well, so we went to Jekyll Island, which is, I think, I've been there a couple times now, and it's a really unique place. It's this little island off in Georgia, and it's very unique for a lot of reasons. It's a very small little island, but one thing and I found out last time, I actually totally forgot about it, but it's actually, so there's a few different resorts on the island. And the one that I like to stay at has a sister resort. So there's one that I call the Island Resort, and it's like kind of more like inland. It has a little water view, but it's basically inland. And then the other one's the Ocean Club. And that one's like on the beach and everything. So I like to stay at the Ocean Club, but the Island one is older and it's got a lot of history. And it actually is where the Federal Reserve was started.
Mm.
So like I'd learned about it last time and I totally forgot and then I saw some like ad for it or some post or something. I was like, totally forgot about this. And so I guess basically like in 1910 or something like that, there was like a secret meeting with like some politicians and some head of the banks and basically they wanted to kind of design a plan to reform the American banking system, right? Well, they stayed at the Jekyll Island Club Resort.
Mm.
And that's how old this resort is. And I mean, it kind of looks like that. It's obviously all renovated and looks really nice, but it's got a lot of old history to it, and you can kind of tell. So anyway, that's where they drafted the plan for the central bank, and it ended up becoming the Federal Reserve Act, and then that created the Federal Reserve System. So one, I think that's pretty cool. There's just so much history there, and like walking through that resort because we'd go to that resort as well to eat and things like that. It's just kind of cool to be like, oh man, there's just like a lot of history here. But the other thing about Jekyll Island, which is really unique, is the tides are super crazy. And if anyone's been there or lives there, like they'll tell you, like it's just wild. And apparently, and I asked some people when I looked it up, but it's kind of like on this stretch of the coast. It's like right there where I guess it like funnels like tidal energy in and out, which I don't really understand other than and then there's like a lot of shallow coastal waters and there's tons of like marshland. And I get just the combination of all that has like super dramatic tides, right? And so the first time I ever went, we got there and the water was like super low. And I started walking out there and I just kept going and I kept going and I kept going. And I was like, I'm getting kind of scared because I was literally like 100 yards away from the beach and it was still like up to my knees. And I just kept going like, this is the weirdest beach I have ever been to. Like there's no waves or anything like that. And then every day was totally different. And by the end of the trip, it was like 9-foot waves and it was like crashing up to the sand dunes. And I was like, this is so bizarre. And so I thought, well, maybe that was just like that week. But we went back and same type of thing. Like the first day, like walked out. So what I like to do is I like to get up super early. I'll talk about my kind of routine in a little bit. But anyway, I go out there and it was like dark and the tide was up to the sand dunes. Like I couldn't even walk out there. Like I was like at the edge of a little path that goes out there. And then throughout the day, even throughout the day, it changes. So by the middle of the day, it was like a few hundred feet back and there's like tons of beach space and the next morning, same type of thing. It's all the way up. And then every morning is a little different. There were some mornings where I could walk along the beach and it was really far back and sometimes the waves were low. Sometimes the waves were like 7-9 feet. And so it was just crazy. It's like every day you never know what you're going to get and it's just wild. So it's very unique. It's really cool, but it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is super interesting. I've never seen anything like that dramatic, and it is funny just like going out and having no clue what to expect out there, which is kind of fun, but also maybe not as fun.
Well, it's fun and it's different. I mean, almost every other beach I go to, you walk out that first day and you kind of have an idea what it's going to be like. You kind of know what the sand's going to be like how much space you have, what the waves are going to be like. And it's pretty similar the entire trip. But this one's just like, and both times I went, this was like years apart. So it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
Are you someone that prefers like calm waters and just kind of like float and chilling in, or do you prefer the waves and just like diving under them and stuff like that?
I think I like both. Like I like to be able to do both. Now there was some major hurricanes like a couple weeks ago, and so the riptide was really strong, and so they're like be really cautious. So this trip is like one of the few ones where I didn't like really go out there and just kind of dive into it, and so this was a little different. But yeah, normally I like to get out there and dive through the waves and go out a little bit, probably further than I should, not like too far, where I can't swim back fast enough, but where I'm sitting there, I'm kind of floating. I'm like, all right, it's a little scary. There's not really many
Right.
people around me. Who knows what's around me? You can't see, and so it's that strange combination of this is awesome, and I'm also scared for my life.
I know exactly what you mean. I'm with you on that.
So it's yeah. The girls, my youngest likes to. She really likes the beach, and she loves to dive into the waves, and she'll go out. She won't go out as far as I will, but she'll go out pretty far. And my oldest will do it for a little bit, and then she's like, all right, I got to lay out, type of thing, and hang out. But yeah, they both love it, and tons of wildlife. The first time I've seen a deer on sand dunes.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it
that
was
seems interesting.
never seen that before. So
Yeah.
first day I get out there, I'm like, wait, what is that in the sand dunes? And sure enough, there's 4 deer like hopping and bouncing. So I went down there
Oh.
and took a little video of them, but they're just sitting there munching on sand dune grass and sand dune whatever's out there. That was pretty cool, and I found some sand dollars and things like that. So yeah, it's a really cool place. So um, love it, I love it. It's very accessible. It's easy to drive around, and there's a couple islands that are close by it as well. So you can drive over a bridge to get to some of the other islands. So I did that, so that was kind of fun. But to kind of tie it into like my health journey, one of the things that I try to encourage with my clients as well is no matter where I go, I always have like these like anchor habits that I take with me. So it doesn't matter like whether I'm on vacation or I'm not able to work out that day or it's a totally different routine, whatever it is. I always try to make sure I get those. So the first thing I always do is I like to call it like I win the morning. I want to make sure that the morning I really set that up for like a strong base for the rest of the day. So even on vacation, I wake up like at 4:30, 4:45 type of thing, and I think that's really good. Just kind of continues establishes that routine and that pattern, and make sure it makes make sure I don't have like that jet lag type of thing, right? And always go to do a workout, right? So even on this one, I worked out every day, and it's a lot different though. So I'll try to come up with something different. Like each time I have like a vacation workout, it's not like I'm sitting there trying to build as much muscle as possible. It's basically just trying to send that message to my body saying, hey, we still want to build muscle here if we can. But so this trip, I decided to just do like one major exercise a day, and I did, and it's lighter weights. I didn't have a lot of options, but and then do high reps and to do like 5 sets of those.
Mm.
And I did that, and really just it's more so just to feel really good and have that energy. And I did a little ab work each day as well, but it was like nice and short, sweet, felt really good. And then I would get my protein coffee,
Of course.
of course, yes, and that was fantastic. And then I took it with me, and I walked out and walked the beach, right? And it's now this time of year it was dark, so like the sunrise wasn't until like another hour or so, and so it was really it was like the ocean, right? It was really I don't know how to describe it. So like the first time I walked out there, like I said, the first day the waves were like up to the sand dune. And I looked out there and I was like, man, this is like such a powerful, like I'm just powerful act of nature. And of course, one thing I like to do too when I walk the beach is I'll spend time talking to God. And of course, I was like, man, God, this is awesome. And it was like that real combination of just like this is it's kind of like when I'm floating in the ocean. This is kind of scary. It's super powerful, but I was also like totally at peace. And I felt like I just feel God like just be like, hey man, this is the power I can give you, but I can also give you the peace through
Mm.
anything, right? And so that was really cool. So I'd walk down the beach, and it was a little scary again because it was like totally dark, and the only light we had was or the only light I had was the moonlight and harvest moon a couple of nights,
Okay.
and so that was a little brighter in the morning. But I may or may have not said hi or hello to a garbage can. Uh, I'm scanning the area because I don't know what's out there, right? And I see this figure, and I walk up, and it looked like someone was like just standing there at the sand dune, kind of observing the ocean, soaking it all in. And I walked by, and I was like, "How's it going? Good morning." And they didn't say anything, and I was like, "That's kind of rude." And I walked by, I was like, "Oh, well, that's because it's a garbage can."
The audacity.
I know. And every now and then I'd see, one person or something. Most of the time it was just me on the beach, and it was really cool. And I would just walk up and down and just thank God for everything, and talk to him about my life in general. And it was so peaceful. And the wind was really strong, and it was really cool. There was a couple of days it was super windy, and obviously you walk one direction. And it felt like you just had all this power like boosting you forward, and then you walk the other way, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, like it's totally different." And I'd walk quite a bit, and so you got used to that power behind you. And then you turn around and walk the other way, and it's like just blast in your face. So that was pretty unique too. And then I'd come back and I'd do a little devotional time, and had a beautiful room overlooking the ocean, so I could sit on the deck and hear the ocean and see the ocean, and do a little devotional time, and then just throughout the day. I mean, I'd make sure I had high protein meals. Every meal I had, and I had snacks too if I needed it. Had a lot of protein. Other than that, though, I wasn't real restrictive. I ate a lot of burgers. I had a big old pizza by myself. I was eating fries. The girls didn't finish something. I was like, oh, I'll take your whatever. And but I did walk a lot. That was one thing on every vacation, I probably take in about at least 3 or 4 thousand extra steps.
Mm.
And this one includes. So I mean, like when I walk at the beach, I had 3 or 4 thousand just before sunrise
Hmm.
type of thing, which is amazing. And then of course I got a lot of sunshine, which is I always think is just amazing. So I mean, I guess that's quite a bit of anchor habits, but I take those with me, and I feel really good throughout the day. I feel really good by the end of the weekend. I don't feel like I destroyed my diet, or I didn't feel like I, let myself down in any possible way. I feel great. I feel like totally relaxed, and I can definitely tell a difference when the this week Monday first, school started and everything. I was like, oh wow, I'm way more relaxed today, this morning, than I was when I left. And so I definitely needed the break, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. I guess what do you notice in particular when you say you feel more relaxed? Like, is there any way that that shows up in particular in your life?
Well, one of the things I'm constantly talking to God and asking for help and guidance in is like being still. We've talked about this,
Yeah.
being still in my thoughts and being still in my words and my actions. And so I know like that last day, maybe even that last week before the break, I was real quick to jump on some of the kids. They do something that's just ridiculous, and I'm like, dude, come on! Like, why are you acting like that type of thing?
Mm.
And Monday morning, I was just kind of like chill. It's like didn't have any of that stress, and I even told my kids, I was like, you know what, guys, we have like 50 days until Christmas break. I was like, let's just be like the chill class. Let's just all be like, no worries, bro, type of thing. And they're like, yeah, and I don't know if they took that to heart or whatever, but this week's been pretty, they've handled things really well, and they've been actually really good. So, it's been nice. So yeah, I think it's just more like how still I am in my response to like their ridiculous actions or some of the things they do and say type of thing.
Mm. Yeah. I find well, I feel like I've been in kind of that mindset too, and just like more at peace and more relaxed in general. And I feel like for me, it shows up a lot in like not being as emotional or not reacting as much to things. Like usually something will come up and then I'll like panic or spiral or like, start worrying or, stress. But like now it's more of just, oh, everything's fine. It'll work out how it's supposed to. Like I'm good and whatever, which is nice. And it takes a lot less of an emotional toll on me. And I'm sure everyone else in my life too.
Yeah, it really does. And I was thinking about that the other day too, and I really feel like most of the time when, at least myself, I can't speak for other people, but I feel like it's pretty common when we like overreact or we're quick to respond to something and not necessarily in a positive way. It's usually because either we're not prepared for something, right, or we're overly stressed.
Hmm.
And because just like this Monday when I felt really good coming in, and I did not respond. I respond positively to everything that happened. Even things that were just a kid did something ridiculous. I was just like, all right, no big deal. We're gonna take care of this, type of thing. And so and so I think that's something for people to think about. If you're just like super stressed because of work or whatever is going on in life, or you're not getting that sleep to be able to recover for that type of thing, it's going to be so much easier to respond in a negative way or respond in a way that you aren't wanting to respond to, or in a way that yeah. So I don't know. It's just kind of a thought I had as well.
No, I noticed that mental difference a ton, and it makes you feel so much better about yourself, and then also obviously like with how you respond to stuff and like how things play out when they're like when their stuff does blow up and you're still chill and able to handle it and not overreact or not like give yourself that space in between because I feel like that space is important too, especially if something comes up and you're not ready. It's like give yourself space before you respond, otherwise you're gonna respond out of emotion, and then who knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah, and that's tough to do. I mean, one of the things that I am horrible at is like traffic, especially like on a trip. Like I get super angry and frustrated with like people that don't know how to drive and are like always like they're driving slow in the left-hand lane and people are flying by and I'm like, don't you get it? Like get over. You're driving it, and so that's one thing I'm like constantly like, just calm down, and that's really difficult. So yeah, when you respond to it in a positive way or a healthy way, it just takes so much stress out of your life.
Yeah. And I really feel like because I've basically operated out of complete stress and anxiety for my whole life, especially the last few years. I feel like that's my normal baseline. All my friends always like know it's just like she's always stressed, always something going on, and it's taken a big toll on me, just mentally, physically, everything. But I feel like recently I've just been kind of more in that state of peace and calmness and stillness, like we were just talking about, and it for the first time ever, I don't even know how to act on it. Like it feels weird. I'm like something's wrong. Like am I being lazy? Is like am I slacking? Is something up? But like it feels good.
Yeah, it feels amazing, right? And I get where you're kind of feeling like, wait a minute, am I not doing enough, or
Mhm.
am I not worrying about the things I should be worrying about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I really think that has a lot to do with just faith. And since I've leaned into that, just like surrendering everything, trusting everything, and like it's all good. Whenever I'm stressed, I just pray, surrender it to God. And like life is good.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way, and I've talked to him about that before. There's no way I could ever be still without him. Like I don't
Hmm.
know, like if you don't have a relationship with God, I could imagine how stressful life is and how easy it would be to just to feel like the world's just, coming in on you all the time. And so yeah, I mean, I go through the struggles and the challenges myself, but the faith and the trust in him definitely makes life a lot easier, and it's a lot easier when he's like, dude, I keep telling you, put it on my plate. I'll take care of it. All you got to worry about is trust in me. And when I do that, then yeah, it's a world of difference how I feel.
Hmm. Yeah, and speaking of driving too, one, my car is finally getting fixed. What, like a month or two, probably more than a month later. I'm taking it in tomorrow, actually. But that kind of that whole experience too, I think was a really good example of me just being super chill. Like even after like with my front bumper hanging out, and like I love my car, I love things a certain way, and just like having it all busted up, like normally would just kill me and drive me crazy. But I was like, oh, I'm chilling, like whatever, like. I'll get it sorted. Like I'm not gonna, like hound this lady to like get her insurance. Like she went on vacation after she hit me, so like I had to wait a few weeks for her to get back. And so I was like, it's fine, whatever. I'm chilling. And then they got back to me as soon as I left the country, so I couldn't do my shit either. But like the whole time I was like, I just don't care. Like I'm not gonna push them. I'm not gonna like press on the insurance or whatever. Like I know it's gonna get covered the way it's supposed to. And then I had a friend who was helping me with it all. But he was like, you should be calling them, like, you need to tell them, like, this is your car, this is your responsibility, get them to fix it, make sure that they get you your money, make sure they fix your car, everything. He's like pushing me. I'm like, I could. I'm sure that would work, but it's like, I'm fine. Like, I know it's going to work out. It's good. And it did. It's just a funny example of that because normally I would be in that mindset of like, oh, I need to get it fixed. I need to be on them, but no, it's all good.
That's a great example, and it's something for you to look at and be like, okay, maybe I am kind of growing in this aspect. And of course, we never want to like wake up and say, "Ooh, I hope a bunch of bad things happen to me so that I can grow and learn from them," right? But it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, or what your life is like. You're gonna have challenges, and there's gonna be some tough days, and there's gonna be some tougher days, and so I think when we do have those, that's a great time to lean into it. Like, okay, well, here is a huge challenge. Here's something that's really challenging my stillness. All right, how should I respond? How can I respond?
Hmm. Yeah, it is a fun, very challenging process. I say fun, maybe more looking back at it, like once you grow after the fact. But I do kind of approach it that way too. It's like something comes up and I have to give myself again that like a pause in between and be like, all right, how am I going to respond to this? Like, is it the end of the world? Zooming out, like in the big picture, is this really a big deal? Likely not. So yeah, definitely a good practice there.
Well, that's a good point. Like being able to zoom out of it and be able to look at it from not a personal viewpoint and be like, all right, if this happened to someone else, how would I think they should respond to it, type of thing? Because it's a lot easier when it happens to someone else and be like, oh, this is how you should act, instead of happening it to you. So I think that's a good way just to zoom out and be able to look at it. Okay, like you said, is this really that big of a deal? What's going to happen from this? Like, what can I learn from this? And that definitely will help you grow in your stillness.
Hmm. Yeah. And in other news, I decided to hire a coach for myself, a fitness coach for myself, which I'm excited about.
Yes. Speaking of fun and exciting, like that's awesome. I can't wait to hear what you learned about as well. So tell us all about this.
Yeah, I'm honestly like kind of nervous. Like I feel like it's always well, I don't know if nervous is the right word, but which is good. Like you should feel like some level of like anxiety or just discomfort when you're stepping into something new and uncomfortable and like pushing yourself to grow, which is what this is. And being fully transparent, like I feel like I have kind of just I'm not in a place where I feel super aligned with like my fitness matching, the standards I have for my life and myself. Just because I think I've mentioned, I've just like been dealing with this crazy fatigue and just my body's not recovering despite me pulling back so much on volleyball and training and everything. So like I just haven't been training at the intensity I want. Like my physique isn't at the level I want, and I just like I really want to absolutely lock the fuck in. Like I'm just like ready to go and just like get to an elite level as far as physique, as far as performance in the gym, and just being able to train hard, and then like high level in volleyball, like get to open level and just like really compete at a high level there. Like add in some endurance with the running and everything, and just balance all of it, work on my hormones and all that. So I just like want to lock in. And we all need like outside help. We all need someone that's like further ahead than us, and so that's where a coach can be super useful. I've used coaches in the past, business wise, fitness wise, but I feel like this is a good position, especially just stepping into like more of the endurance and like playing volleyball and everything and addressing these like deeper issues with hormones or whatever else is going on with my body. So I think it'll be good. Well, I know it'll be good, and it's just like it's a little uncomfortable. Like I don't know what to expect, and I'm excited to push myself though.
Well, I think it's like an anxious excitement, kind of
Yeah,
like you're playing a championship game and you're super stoked for the game, you can't wait, but also you're a little nervous because it's a big game,
yeah,
right? The other thing too is some as trainers, sometimes we're like our worst like we train ourselves the worst way possible. And
yeah.
what I mean by that is like I'll give you an example. Like sometimes you'll get stuck on a certain exercise, right? And you have the great programming, but you're like, I always do this, and then you're like, maybe I should do these other exercises. Like, I really like my program. And so it's good for someone else, and that's why I'll mix up my own programs, follow someone else's program or something, and just to force myself to do something different or force myself to challenge myself a little more, just like I would my own clients.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like we all need that outside perspective, and at the same time, like yeah, I know what to do. Like I could do it myself, but at the same time, there's so much value in getting someone that is like exponentially further along than you that knows so much more. So I'm going to learn so much just in general about training, what I can apply to our clients, what I can apply to my life going forward. And then it just accelerates. Like I'm also in a place where I'm like, I literally have no mental emotional capacity to like do my own training programming. Like I've been doing it for years and years. I'm like, right now I'm in a place like I don't want to have to deal with it. Like I want someone that's gonna like help get me there again, help accelerate my progress, help me learn and grow, but someone that's gonna like lay it all out for me. And like no matter where you are in your journey, like we can always benefit from that.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're a good trainer, you're always learning from other trainers. You're talking to them, seeing what they're doing, and you can always grow and learn.
Yeah, that's the reason I got my first physical coach like years back too. Is like I want to be the best coach I can for my clients. So like I want to learn from someone else and see what they're doing, not only business wise, but like just learn more in the training front. So it is fun being able to do that. So we're locking in. It's gonna be a good year, a good end of the year.
Yes, it's gonna be an awesome year. I can't wait to see the progress and hear all about it and learn, of course, from him as well.
Yeah.
All right, so you just got back from a trip. Tell us all about Peru. That's amazing.
It was epic. It was, yeah, Peru, like the most beautiful place I've ever seen. It does not even look real. Like just the landscape, everything was just out of this world, truly. I cannot express enough like how awesome it is. Anyone who's thinking about going, absolutely go. It is beautiful. And the crazy thing is that there's so many different regions too. It's like they have the rainforest, they have like the desert, they have the mountains, they have the beach, like everything all in that country. It's just so cool to be able to see all of that.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at your pictures, it felt like you went to a bunch of different places,
Yeah.
a bunch of different countries, a bunch of different areas, not just like in the same, Peru or type of thing.
Yeah, and yeah, we packed that trip full. So I went solo, but with the group tour, so it's awesome because they plan everything. I don't have to worry about that because again, I have no mental emotional capacity for that. And the safety aspect too is good, so that way I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, they jam packed that trip full. We were going nonstop, all day, every day, just seeing all the things, traveling across the country. Got very minimal sleep just because we were, some days we had to get up at 3:30 a.m. to go drive to whatever place. And yeah, we were just going nonstop. So it was a lot. She said we were going to need a vacation from the vacation. And I mean, that checks out.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what were some of your favorite things that you did there?
Yeah, so the sand dunes were really cool. Like just the scenery was unreal. We like go out in these buggies. They were driving us like all around, like up and down the hills. We did like some sandboarding, like down the steep like sand mountain, I guess. But that was super cool. And there was like an oasis just like out in the middle of the desert, just like sand everywhere, and there's like a little oasis. So that was really cool. So that was an awesome experience. And then Machu Picchu was for sure the highlight. It just I have no words for that place. It was just magical. Like you were so high up in the mountains and like in the clouds. The drive up there is crazy. We took this train like 2 hours in, just like through all the mountains. There's like a river flowing there, so it was wild. I have no words for Machu Picchu. Like not, even the pictures don't do it justice, but it was unreal.
What was the mileage on that hike?
So we didn't do the hike, which I'm kind of
Okay.
bummed about. Like I did want to do that. I want to do the Inca Trail. I didn't look at the itinerary beforehand, naturally. So we just took like a bus and a train up there. So
Okay.
that's one thing that I would have wanted to done is at least part of that trail and hike up there. So I don't know on that one, but we did do another hike. It was like up to these Rainbow Mountains, which was another big highlight. That was pretty high up there too, right under Machu Picchu. Um, but yeah, that was so beautiful. Like we were 16,000 feet up in the mountains for that one, which is, and in general, like where Machu Picchu is, like in the town of Cusco, it's like, I think it was like 12,000 feet above sea level. So it's like the elevation is no joke. You got to prep yourself. Like they were like training us on like what we need to do and make sure we're all good because some people can get really sick and have issues at that elevation, especially if you're doing hikes and, moving a lot. So that was definitely a new challenge too.
Well, that elevation too, it's harder to breathe. And
hmm
I remember as a kid, I hiked up a large mountain, and I kind of panicked a little bit. And my parents were like, "All right, just slow down, just take some deep breaths, you'll be okay," But you're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't breathe this well," And so, like, yeah, you're right. You do have to prepare for that.
Yeah, like I'd go up a flight of stairs and be like, "Yo, why am I out of shape right now?"
You stopped running right now.
you know, you may be on something there.
No,
But yeah, no,
there's
I adjusted pretty well to that, and yeah, the Rainbow Mountain hike was unreal too, just so beautiful. There was a bunch of like wild, like the drive up that one was even more epic than Machu Picchu because we were like on this yeehaw road, literally just like a like yeah, what you picturing is probably accurate. Just like this yeehaw dirt road, like 3 hours up a mountain, just like all these like little U turns. There was like thousands of wild llamas and alpacas. The mountains again, just out of this world. Did not look like I don't know. It's just wild. um, and so yeah, that was just unreal. Then we get to the top and we like hike to the summit and everything. So yeah, that was a really cool experience. And one thing I will say too is I feel like that gave me a lot of clarity too on like part of why we train and why we do this is one like for the altitude is like being able to adapt to that fairly quickly and like not have major issues and be able to go on that type of hike. And there's a lot of people on my group that like didn't even make it halfway up that hike and like for me that was just like such a core memory being up there and just seeing everything. I'm like I don't say this in like a negative way, but it's just like that's something that I never want my body to limit me because of my habits or anything. So it's like that's another reinforcement of like why I train. I want to be able to live life, be able to do whatever I want to do without restrictions or limitations or without having to like go and train for it necessarily. Like I'm just training for life to be able to live and have those experiences.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, you want to be able to do the things that excite you or you're interested in, and it's got to be a bummer if you go on a trip like that and like you physically you just can't do something,
hmm
right? And a lot of people say, well, as you get older, that happens, but not necessarily. I mean, there are a lot of I don't know if there was anyone on your trip that was older that did the same thing you did, but a lot of times, I'll see that there are some older people that hey, they did just as much as I did, probably even better. So it's not that age thing, but it's just an easy thing to say. Well, you get older, you get that. You start hearing that a lot. But yeah, so I think it's there's other things than being having a six pack, being ripped up or anything like that. There's a lot of just I want to be able to do things in life, and no matter how old I am, I want to be able to do things. And yeah, so you're right. Another great reason.
Yeah. So yeah, I think those were like some of the main highlights, but again, like we did so much. It was
The
awesome.
food was awesome.
Oh yeah, food was yeah. Yeah, I was did not expect it, but Peru has some of the best food in the world. Like they're known for like they have the top I think they have the top rated restaurant in the world. I tried to go and naturally they were booked out like months, so they didn't let me in, but it looked really nice in there. Yeah, all the restaurants are really nice. The food is amazing. So yeah, I ate really good. I went hard. Enjoyed all the food. Had guinea pig too for the first time, which is like their delicacy there.
How I've never had guinea pig. How's that?
It was good. Yeah, I mean, it just tastes like a normal meat. It's just like the way they season it or cook it was really good. So, yeah, definitely ate good. And the funny thing is like I ended up coming back at a lower weight, even though like I feel like I ate more than I did here, and I was just like enjoying whatever. I had a bunch of desserts and all the things. I think maybe that has to do with like the quality there. I'm sure that plays a role too. But I feel like
Yeah.
also I wonder if stress plays a role too. Like I think about just like how your body responds to stress. And even though I was getting less sleep, I was like I was much in a much calmer peace of mind. Like I wasn't really working much. I was just like chilling, going with the flow. And I feel like my body responds a lot better to that too, and just how my body holds weight and everything. So I imagine that contributes to it also.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that played a big part. We've talked about this too. Sometimes people feel like they're doing all the right things, and they're just uber stressed out, whether it's job, relationships, whatever it may be. And then those things change, and all of a sudden they start losing weight again, and they're like, oh my gosh, like I didn't do anything different. You're like, well, yeah, you did. You're in a better environment, or you're able to cope with the stress better, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and I love that we are both able to do that and like enjoy the food, enjoy the experience without stressing about anything. And that's the way it should be. That's what we preach with all our clients too. Is like you can go have whatever you want. You can enjoy yourself. It's like we just generally have the right structure. Like you had all your foundational habits. I was still very active. I tried to prioritize a shit ton of protein in every meal. So I did well at that. And then I hit the gym a couple times too when we had a little bit of free time. Got lots of steps. So it's just like keeping those foundational things, like having the general structure on how to approach it. But other than that, like enjoy yourself, live life. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, you really want to get to the place where you can, like you said, just fully love it, fully live your life, be stress free about it, and just really enjoy whatever you're doing, whether it's on vacation or it's just your everyday life.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're back in the normal routine, back in the grind, which feels really good. I am actually excited for
Back
it.
at it all, yeah, for sure. It's been a good week so far getting back into everything.
Yeah, how have you been adjusting getting back to your normal routine?
It's been good. I mean, I jumped right back into it. I mean, like right away, and this week's been really nice, and handled all the stressors very well. And like I said, I really definitely needed that week, and I feel really good. So just yeah, just right back into routine and doing the things I normally do.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Ready to lock in on all fronts. I feel like it's good timing too, like coming back, like getting to the new program with the coach. We're launching the scholarship this week, which is exciting too, business wise. I feel like it's fun to like come back in and like have these new goals and targets to work for just in all the different areas. So I'm feeling good, ready to lock in.
Yes, yeah, no, you're right. It's a great time to do that, and rock and roll. Thanksgiving coming up, Christmas coming up in a couple months, and the new year. So we're feeling really strong about 2026, right?
That's crazy that all the holidays are coming up that quick.
I know it's fast. I make sure I put a little countdown on my walls for myself. I say it for the kids, but it's really for myself as well. Like, all right, guys, we're down to 34 days, whatever it is, something like that.
I'm sure they get a kick out of that too.
Oh yeah, actually, there was a kid that was in my class last year, and he's in another class this year. But he apparently asked the teachers like, "Hey, can we put up the countdown to summer like Mr. Brown did?"
That's awesome.
So
It's
yeah,
like months in advance. It's like 6 months out. We're like, can we get the countdown up there?
look, we haven't even gotten to Thanksgiving. We just got back from fall break, but I like his thought process for sure.
That's awesome. All right. Well, yeah, I think those are most of the main updates from us. I always love doing these episodes, though, just hanging out. And I feel like it's fitting for 1 year of podcasting.
Yeah, we'll definitely. I like doing these. I think it kind of shows the audience kind of a little more background about ourselves and our daily lives and how we handle different things like vacations and work trips and things like that as well.
Yeah, so we appreciate all you guys tuning in for the last year of episodes. It really means a lot. And I appreciate all your guys' feedback. And if anyone has feedback on episode ideas, we've been taking stuff from our clients. And so we're always open to stuff. If you guys want us to break down certain topics, always shoot us a message to let us know. But we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.